Okay. My name is Lori Dubno, and this is my final benchmark assignment for TIE 593. So, the question that I had was what kind of professional development is necessary to ensure that one-to-one devices are successful? This field study was intended to investigate how the professional development aspect impacts how the one-to-one devices are used and their success in the classroom in my district. The study was done, involved interviewing innovative learning coaches who had observed teachers at the middle school level. That was done to see how technology was currently being used in the classroom in order to gauge what kind of support educators needed. After that was accomplished, then middle school teachers were surveyed, and then some had follow-up interviews after the questionnaires were finished. The results of the survey and interviews were compiled and analyzed to see if there were trends in how teachers felt in terms of support from the professional development. Last year, the teachers at the middle school level were surveyed after they attended professional development sessions of their choice. In this first image, here are the results that were the most telling. As you can see in the bottom, right here, the staff truly appreciated being given options of which professional development meeting they could attend, and there was a very strong correlation to that. Just like we give students choices when they're becoming more independent learners in the 21st century classroom, giving staff choice helps in their comfort level and ultimately their independence of using the devices in the room. The results also showed that the staff appreciated having small group sizes, which you can see here. And this shows that these numbers are very strong in staff preference and support of the structure of the professional development thus far. Staff members that consist of teachers at Friendship Junior High School and Des Plaines were asked to complete a survey regarding how professional development has been utilized to enhance the one-to-one use of technology in the classroom with Chromebooks and tablets. The teachers and educators were surveyed using Google Forms, and they had 8 questions to answer. Google Forms was used to help maximize the amount of participants, and basically the intuitive of the survey is what was the main reason why I used it. The first question that I have here is that the staff was asked, or the staff were asked, which devices the students use most often in their classrooms. As it displays, Chromebooks has the highest majority, with 10 people stating their students use this approach more often, while paper and pencil is not far behind, with 8 people stating that they use that more often with their kids. Based on the responses, it looks like many English language arts teachers use the Chromebooks with their students, while teachers tend to stick with paper and pencil. This guided me to interview teachers about their use of the device depending on the subject areas they teach, because some answers here seemed misleading. This next picture shows how often the educators said their students use that particular device in their classrooms during the week. As it shows, 9 people responded that their students used their device once or twice in a period every day of the week, while the rest was almost evenly split among the choices. I asked this question because I wanted to figure out which device the kids use and how often they use it. I think the results mean that if the teachers said their students use the Chromebook more often, then this question described that ELA teachers use it more than once in a period, whereas math teachers do not use the technology devices that often, but utilize paper and pencil more. This is another question that I had to investigate further um, based on the various responses I received. I was not sure if teachers meant that based on their answer to the previous question, were they then answering how much that device was used, or was it just generally speaking? So I had to investigate further. The next question asked was about how comfortable the teachers and educators currently are with the one-to-one devices using a scale of 1 to 10. 1 meant that they weren't comfortable at all, while 10 was extremely comfortable using technology purposefully in class. As the results show in the image, many of those who took the survey fall somewhere in between a 6 and an 8 in terms of comfort level, which I think means they're all pretty comfortable currently with the device usage in their classrooms. After that, the participants were then asked to compare their comfort level with the support of the professional development that they had been given this year. The results from the bar graph shows that 7 people are in the middle of thinking that the professional development this year has helped with their comfort level of using the devices. 5 people reported a 2 in terms of helpfulness, which is slowly starting to be that it's not very helpful. And then 4 people stated that they were at a comfort level of a 1, which shows not very comfortable at all. These results show that professional development, I believe, is lacking this year in terms of supporting the staff and their comfort level with using the devices with their students. This supports my field study because the staff recognized that this year's professional development was not that good, but at least there's a direction of where they can go to make improvements. In this next picture, I asked the staff to think back to the professional development last year and compare it to what they have received this year. The results show in terms of what people think of this year versus last year. I don't think these results went as well as I had hoped because as it displays, 10 people thought this year and last year's professional development were the exact same to them, which was not the answer I was looking for. However, 5 people said that last year was better than this year, which is what I was gearing towards because of the survey that was given to the staff at the middle school level last year. This supports that same data. Based on the results of the survey and these 5 people, it led me to believe that there are some individuals who prefer options to choose from for their professional development. Also, they do like learning real-world examples that they can apply to their classroom. This was another question that I had to investigate because I felt that some of the answers were too vague. The last question that I asked the educators about was what else they feel that they need moving forward in terms of professional development with these devices. I asked this question, I believe that this question I had to investigate further because I knew what I wanted to ask, but because it was in a survey such as this, I also didn't ask the staff to write anything out, so it was difficult to figure out what everybody really needed and to separate it into different themes. As the results show, 8 people said that they need more time to review / practice ways to implement the new apps and the Google tools that we've learned about from professional development. 6 people said that they want more Google training in terms of incorporating the tools with student activities. This tells me that the teachers are comfortable navigating the tools, but again, they need more support with using them purposefully with the kids. They need more time to collaborate, and they need more time to reflect on what's working and what's not working. From the follow-up interviews, I spoke with 4 members of the 7th grade team at my school and the innovative learning coach that goes to the different middle schools, an 8th grade science teacher, and a social studies teacher. The learning coach felt that she wanted to help teachers. Many teachers, however, were not sure where or what assistance they needed, and that was difficult to get the ball rolling with her support in the classroom. She felt that her services are very useful, but she felt that she's not being utilized to the best of her ability because of where current comfort levels are with the teachers and the devices. On the other hand, the teachers reported that they all need more time to collaborate with each other to learn how to use the devices purposefully for each of their specific subject areas. So overall, I believe that my district is headed in the correct direction when it comes to professional development. However, we do need to do a better job in staying consistent with how professional development was last year with this year. I felt that we took a step in the backward direction because we really didn't have as much professional development this year compared to last year. However, based on the comfort level of the staff, it didn't seem to really matter that much. But that is just my recommendation. I think that we need to remain consistent and continue to give staff support and staff choice.